You pray. You spend time praying. Sometimes people will go through situations they shouldn't go through and don't come out on the better side. Not all times, but sometimes it's because they did not pray. All because we do not carry everything to God in prayer. And fasting shows how much you honor and appreciate, you desire the involvement of God in a season, in a situation, in a matter. Praise God. The rest, but the centurion in verse 43, wanting to save Paul, kept them from their purpose and commanded that those who could swim should jump overboard first and get to land. And the rest, some on board and some on parts of the ship. We don't even know how many were fat, how many were slim, how many could swim, how many couldn't. We don't know how many of them were holding on to floatable objects. How did 276 prisoners who were thrown into the sea after the ship was destroyed make it to the shore? Your family members, those connected to you, are preserved just because you pray. And I release that grace upon you to pray, to fast. I release that grace that keeps everyone connected to the globe, safe and secure, stabilized, spirit-filled and settled. The purpose of God for humanity. Isaiah 59 verse 14-21 shows us what we should do. In a fast, intercede. Isaiah 58 from verse 6 down to 8 shows us what we should do in a fast. Deal your bread to the hungry. Clothe the naked. Praise God. He says, then your light in verse 8 will break forth as the morning. The glory of the Lord will be your rear guard. Your healing will spring forth speedily. So exceeding glory, accelerated rewards, overlapping celebrations is the result of a life of fasting and prayer that keeps intercession at its core. Do not forget what the Lord said to Paul in verse 24 of Acts 27. He said, verse 23, I said, there stood by me this night an angel of the God to whom I believe and whom I serve, saying, do not be afraid, Paul. He must be brought before Caesar. And indeed, God has granted you all those who sail with you. That means I've given you the life of everyone, friend, family, sibling, parent, employee, employer, partner, friend, well-wisher, sons, daughters, fathers, mothers, brothers, sisters, husbands, wives. I've given you the lives of all those who sail with you.